Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's a Wednesday, so it must be Wellness Wednesday. Yay. So in this class today, we're going to talk about essential oils made easy. It's back to the basics, the 10 essential oils everybody turns to for everything, anything. We're going to go into that in just a minute. But before we do, is what I like to do, since everybody tells me they're too busy for anything, we're going to take 2 minutes for ourselves. Yes, so let's grab our favorite essential oil, get your glass of water, put some lemon in that so you get your happy cells in your liver. Grab pen and paper if you need to take down notes. We're going to talk about health goals, so you might want to jot those down, so you can always refer to them later. But yeah, first grab your favorite oil. Right now I'm grabbing some cheer. And I've already put some Motivate on because I had one person bow out of class. So I was like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. But then I got motivated to do the class. All right, so I'm going to put, like you do, guys, 1 drop. If you've got the bottle, I've got the touch. I'm just going to roll it right into my hand. We rub our hands together. You know how to do this. And 2 to 3 deep inhales. Let's do it together. 1, 2. I'm gonna do 1 more. 3. Boy, I love the cheer. Yay! It's a uplifting blend of, just so you know, wild orange, clove, star anise, lemon myrtle. The new formula will have the Madagascar vanilla. So this is the old formula of vanilla, ginger, and cinnamon. Cinnamon. So yeah, I love it. Super uplifting. Okay. Woohoo! Okay, let's get started. Let's share my screen with you and we get started. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Please share with me what oil you just used while I get this started. So I'm dying to know. Please leave it in the comments. What oil did you use today? All right, welcome to my class, Essential Oils Made Easy. A little bit about myself. You know, I'm just a mom that had a very hyper kid that you know, I couldn't get to bed one night, and I remember my aunt who gave me a bunch of doTERRA essential oils said lavender had calming effects. So I thought, okay, let me try some of that. I didn't know what else to give a 6-year-old that's, you know, natural and not full of chemicals before bed. So I asked him, can I put some lavender on you? And he said, sure. So I went and got some, but just a little small amount on his chest, and within a minute he stopped jumping on the bed, got under the covers, and passed out. And I thought, oh my God, I got time back for me, time I never thought I have. So I hung out with my husband watching Netflix. Then the next night, I was just going in to say goodnight to the kids, and Ian's little head popped up and asked for the lavender oil. And I thought, as I'm getting it for him, there's something to this. So I still didn't think I was, you know, the oils are going to be part of my lifestyle, even though I got on board. It's because at the time I was looking to align myself with companies that have sustainable, ethical, valuable, moral practices, and they all check those boxes. It was Healing Hands Foundation, which is their nonprofit organization. They go into these communities where the plants are, you know, locally grown, so they're sourced globally, and they will provide clinics, running water, schools, education, whatever that community needs. They will do that through Healing Hands Foundation. And then co-impact sourcing was super important to me because I found out they were paying their farmers fair market value, because these farmers live globally around the world. And fun fact, vetiver, you know, its optimum time to be harvested is at 18 months. And the farmers didn't think that was sustainable to receive a check every 18 months, because they typically, you know, get paid when they harvest. And doTERRA wanted them to keep it in the ground because that's when it was at its optimum peak and to be harvested. So you get optimum oil, and they pay their farmers fair market value to keep it in the ground. So they're getting paid and getting a sustainable paycheck, which I love. So they're giving back both sides of the bottle. Right now, I work for Child Nutrition Services at San Marcos Unified School District. I'm a lunch lady at my son's middle school. That's super fun. I love the job out of all the jobs, and I've worked for Disney, Qualcomm, and Costco. So this one is it's super fun. I love it. The kids are they're kids, but you know, they're fun. All right. I worked in television for 12 years and then customer service and sales for 13 years. So in the corporate world, and I got burnt out. So I'm giving this multi-level marketing a stab. So here we go. Let's get into the goal of this class is to empower you. Okay. You'll learn the 3 cool things about essential oils, the 3 ways we use doTERRA essential oils, and how to get these into your home 3 to 6 days from now. All right. So let's dive right into it. The 3 cool things about essential oils: 1, they are safe. How do I know they're safe? You'll learn that they'll be safe when you get your oils, because there's a lot code at the bottom. You go to source to you and you can see the report. And what report I'm talking about is doTERRA tests these oils 54 times. 11 of those are done by third-party labs to make sure there's no contaminants, no pesticides, no microorganisms, just 100% pure oil. Now, right now, a lot of companies can slap 100% pure oil on their label because the FDA just says, you know, regulates marketing that they have to have at least 5% of pure essential oil in a, let's say in a 15 milliliter bottle. So that's like 12 drops of oil, of pure oil. The rest, who knows? And a 15 milliliter bottle will have about 250 drops. So you get the idea. That's not a lot of oil, not a lot of pure oil. So who knows what you're getting? They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. They're plant seeds, stems, and roots, leaves, flowers, and they're certified pure, tested grade, not therapeutic. They changed that just recently. And what that means is because of all the testing, they're 100% pure. And you could go to source to you, put in the lot code, and you're going to see the report. There is a video that explains what you're seeing in the report. Peppermint, if you have peppermint, go ahead and crack that open. I want you to put a small amount in your hand, and I want you to take this finger and dip it in. And then I want you to take your finger and flick at the roof of your mouth with peppermint, okay? Then with the rest, you want to rub your hands together and then inhale 2 to 3 times. And then any you have left over, you put on the back of your neck. Peppermint is a natural coolant. So if you're dealing with perimenopausal symptoms, this is going to be your best friend. It promotes clear breathing. So if you're dealing with environmental threats, it also, we talked about cooling the body. So perfect time for summertime to get a spritz bottle, spritz yourself with a little peppermint. Also relieves head tension. So you can put it on the side of your temples and it's going to cut that. You can use this oil 3 ways: aromatic, topical, internal. We're going to get to that in a minute in the next slide. Second cool thing is that they're effective. So first, they're safe. Second, they're effective. How? Because they're safe, they are effective. How are they effective? Well, let's pretend my wrist is a cell. And there's an oily membrane, just like in this picture. Oil attracts oil. So the essential oil will, you know, attach itself to the cell because that's the oily membrane. And then it bypasses that oily membrane. And because our cells are always, they got these receptors and they're always looking for chemicals that our body naturally already produces. But sometimes things go haywire inside our bodies. Usually it's an external thing, something going on in our lives, or we're not eating the right things, or we're skipping out on the 6 things our body needs, which is carbohydrates, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals, and water. So if you're not giving it that 6 things, that's going to start causing problems. Once it reaches that cell, it's a chemical compound. There's a chemical compound in each of these essential oils, and it tells the cell what its function is. So if you're using lavender, that has 30-something% linalool, a chemical compound, which is calming. Our brain, our limbic, in the seat of our brain, that is what produces those like sleepy time chemicals to tell the body you're going to bed. What else? So they work way faster. Most medications are water-based, so they take typically 7 to 10 days, right? When you read on the side of the bottle, then you go see your doctor. These are going to take 2 to 3 days, depending on the ailment, which you found the right oil. It might be a little longer, like 5 to 7 days. It just depends. On Guard, if you have that, if you have a little sample or the bottle, let's see, go ahead and just smell On Guard. It's got a warm, Christmassy aroma. It helps relieve feelings of overwhelm, which is also a stressor. When you feel overwhelmed, you're stressed out, and that's something that's causing you to feel stressed. That will help reduce that. Also promotes healthy immune function. If you get a little tickle in your throat, you can gargle it or put some right on your throat, and that should kick it out. And it's great for cleansing the home and hands. So if you wanted to look for a natural surface cleaner, all natural surface cleaner, On Guard Protective Blend is the perfect essential oil blend for you, because when Ian was around 6 or 7, again, he was, using the bathroom, but not a very good aim. And I was using the stuff that my mom used and my grandmother used, and it was toxic. Every time I used it, I would inhale it. So my son, and we would start coughing. So I would have Ian go outside the bathroom while I sprayed everything down so he could wipe. I'm like, what are we doing? So when I discovered that On Guard can be used as a household cleaner, I had an empty bottle. I put 30 drops of On Guard, the rest with filtered water. Here you go, kid, clean your toilet. He cleaned the whole bathroom. It smelled amazing, no residue. And I haven't turned back since, and saved me buku bucks. And I have less toxins in my home. Affordable, pennies per dose. When you go grocery shopping, I already knew this because I don't know, I picked it up somewhere a long time ago before I moved out to California. And when I met the grocery buyer at Costco, he said that everybody should be, when they shop for groceries, they need to look at the unit price, not at the cost of the product. Because you can have two products that are similar. One's going to be cheaper than the other, but one's going to have more than the other product. So you look at the unit cost, and you're going to get more bang for your buck. And that's how I look at when I shop for my essential oils. Which one am I going to, save the most on? Lavender is like 4 cents a drop. Maybe it's like 7 or 9 cents now, because it's been a while. Biggest limit I'm thinking of is 4 cents a drop. Lavender is more like 7-9 cents a drop. 250 drops in a 15 milliliter bottle. Do the math. Yeah, it's going to save you time and money, because you don't have to run all over town when you run out or you got a headache. You don't have to use as much. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, you don't have to spend money on gas, because the stuff gets shipped to you. There you go. Lavender. It calms, you can take it internally to calm the minds. You can even diffuse it. It's great if you get sunburn or any kind of burn or skin irritation. You can apply to the skin for calming effects. If you combine lavender, peppermint, and lemon together, it's a natural antihistamine. If you try that and those 3 don't work, then you need something stronger like oregano and tea tree. Okay. There are 3 ways to use doTERRA essential oils, and I'm only talking about doTERRA. So please, if you're using any essential oils outside of doTERRA, I don't care what brand it is, where you got it from. If you're using oils, great, but do read the side of the bottle, the label, the instructions, because there are some brands that completely say do not put on topically. It's only used to diffuse or use aromatically. Please be mindful of that. I'm only talking about doTERRA. All right, first, aromatic, it's the most common way people use essential oils, and it's the quickest way to get the essential oils in your system. So if you're like, oh my God, I need something right now. Okay, it does, because it positively affects the mood. We have what we call the olfactory sensor right here at the bridge of our nose. Once it bypasses that, it hits the limbic area in the seat of our brain, releases the chemicals, and then we do what we do. Our body does what it needs to do. Our body naturally works that way. If you go to the dentist, they give you some gas. it hits the limbic area, hits the limbic seat of the brain, and you pass out. Same concept. It cleanses the air. I will not say it kills bacteria because it does not do that. No, ma'am. No, sir. What it does, it keeps the yuckies cannot survive. They cannot thrive in the environment when essential oils are present, so they go elsewhere. So if you got company coming over, on guard. The kids think you're baking something. Support the respiratory system. Yeah, you're breathing that stuff into your lungs. We're breathing all kind of garbage in our lungs. So why not treat your lungs with love and give them real essential oils, not the fake stuff. Apply to affected area for localized benefits. You can use topically right on the skin. You can apply neat or with fractionated coconut oil. It doesn't dilute the oil, it just holds the oil in place and it more absorbs into the skin. But if you apply neat, then they flake off in your walking diffuser and everybody's going to say, you smell amazing. You will get compliments, I promise. Internally, yes, you can take these internally because these have been passed by the FDA GRAS test, generally recognized as safe. Any consumable on the market has to pass this test. You will see a supplement fact on the side of the bottle, really big, large label. You can't miss it. If it has that on the side of your doTERRA bottle, you can take it internally. There's several ways to do that. You can put it in water. Lemon is like the perfect example. 1 drop, 4 ounces, glass, stainless steel only. BPA free is okay, plastic, but I would avoid plastics altogether because what happens over time, the essential oil breaks down that plastic. We start ingesting that petroleum, and we don't want that. We're trying to remove toxins or keep them out so they don't cause inflammation and diseases, okay? Veggie cap. If you like to take, in supplement form, like, you're into supplements and other medications, you can make your own. They just pull apart, 1 or 2 drops in there, close it up, take it with water, your smoothie, whatever. Under the tongue, a lot of people like to do that. I've put frankincense, melissa, cobaiba, just 1 drop underneath the tongue, and you're good to go. Have some water in case you need to chase it, and have some lemon in it. But yeah, it's an acquired taste, but try it. You never know. Your body might be happy. All right, let's turn this topic back onto you guys. Thinking about your health, everyone. Think of 3 things you want to feel more or less of. I'm going to give you a minute. I'm even going to write down some of my top health concerns so we can go over how easy it is to find relief, you guys. I don't have much. I could come up with 2. All right, so hopefully you wrote those down, okay? And the next couple of slides, we're gonna go over the top oils that everybody turns to at doTERRA. Their top, I mean, these are just constantly flying off the shelf. And once looking at your top health concerns, if I speak on an oil that will help give you some relief, and if you're open to trying, write that down next to your ailment, okay? Next to your health concern. What I wrote down real quickly, memory and focus, because I'm in perimenopause city and I'm the mayor. And yeah, my memory and focus is like really wonky lately. I will walk into rooms forgetting, what did I come in here for? It's happening more often than usual. Let's just put it that way. And skin, I've been really trying to focus on the skin this year. Okay, lemon. Cleansing, purifying, and invigorating properties. Yeah, you can use this as a skin, as part of your skin regimen as well. Just 1 drop with your facial lotion, moisturizer. Do it at night because you don't, citrus essential oils, anti-citrus essential oils, you'll get a sunburn if you apply the oil on the skin and sun is exposed. Yeah, you want to do it at night. Wait 12 hours before you get exposed to the sun, or put some sunscreen on and you'll be fine. Lemon is going to uplift, focus, and overcome mental fatigue. My number 1. All right, so I'm going to write down lemon right next to that. You guys look, see, I'm writing down lemon. I think I have some in my water right now. Yep. It cleanses and purifies the air and surfaces. So again, you can use this as a household cleaner. I mean, there's limited scented everything, right? So why not get the real stuff and not the fake toxic stuff that the other companies are peddling you and making you sick, probably making you fat too. I kind of want to talk on that, but I'll do that later. Uplifting and positive aroma. I'm trying to stay on the positive. I really need some lemon on my side today. All right, this one you can use all three ways: taste, smell, and touch. All right, lavender, it regenerate, comfort. Its calming and relaxing qualities is frequently used to reduce the appearance of skin imperfections. Skin. Well, let me write that down. Lavender for skin imperfections. I can add that to my skincare routine. I've even used it on a burn. I had one right here. You can't see it anymore. I applied that as soon as it, and it took the sting out. I didn't have that burning sensation as long as if I had used water or ice, which my husband has done. And he was in pain for a long time because he refused to grab the lavender, but that's on him, man. You like pain, go for the water. Taken internally, lavender reduces anxious feelings and promotes peaceful sleep. So 9 cents a day, you can take it internally and be cool as a cucumber. I have done it because I deal with anxious feelings. It's my best friend. Peppermint, again, all three ways: smell, taste, and touch. And for lavender too. It invigorates, energizes, stimulates, a natural energy booster. So hit that wall at 2 p.m. Probably because you didn't get enough sleep the night before. Instead of running to Starbucks, spending $5 on gas and $6 on a big coffee thing full of burnt coffee and sugar, because you got sugar in there. That's just gonna, you're gonna get that spike of energy and then you're gonna crash. And as we get older, we're gonna pass out and sleep. Because that happens to me. I have to be careful what I eat, because I notice certain things with a lot of sugar in it. I eat it and I go to bed early. Peppermint also helps alleviate occasional stomach upset and promotes healthy respiratory function when taken internally. It promotes digestive health when taken internally, and it soothes the occasional head tension. Okay. Tea tree, you can use this all three ways as well. It's cleansing, disinfecting, earthy. It is a very earthy aroma. It's best known for its purifying properties, which makes it useful for cleansing the skin, home surfaces, and purifying the air. Renowned for its cleansing and rejuvenating effects on the skin, I also applied that, not on the burn, but around the burn. And as you can tell, nothing. You don't even see a scar. And it was a big one. It was a big burn. Yeah, and you could diffuse in the home, help purify and freshen the air. If you have pets, fur babies, don't use tea tree on around them. Make sure there's open door space they can get to so they're not around it. And if you like bouquets of flowers like I do, they will last up to 7 days longer if you add a drop or two of tea tree in your bouquet in the water. Little tip for you there. Oregano, hot oil, burr, burr. I feel like there should be like warning, warning. This is a hot oil, super hot. I'm not joking. I had that experience myself. It's a little embarrassing because I put it in the no square because I was having a little yeast situation going on, and I usually got those after my periods, and not anymore. So anyway, that was just me being green, not knowing how to use these oils properly. So that's why I teach this class, so you don't burn your hoo-ha with any of these oils or any other areas of your body when you use it topically. You can use all three ways. So if you are going to use topically, do use fractionated coconut oil or any carrier oil. Very powerful, supportive, and resolving. Great for cooking. It also acts as a powerful cleansing agent. So I use that to clean the surface in my kitchen. And it smells amazing. Like your home smells like an Italian kitchen. And it offers powerful antioxidants as well. So you can take that internally for that. Helps support a healthy immune system, healthy digestion, and a respiratory and function when used internally. So definitely 1 drop a day keeps the doctor away. Okay. Deep Blue for those that are working out or need to, you know, get back into working out, even if you're just walking the dog. It's a soothing blend for your muscles, gives you a little support there. It's minting, soothing, cooling. It reminds me of Bengay a little bit. It's formulated to soothe and cool. So you're placing, you know, that, you know, whatever Bengay is made out of, which is mostly probably petroleum based, with something more natural from a plant base. Deep Blue is enriched in blend of oils, perfect for a massage after a long day and intense workout. You're behind a computer, your wrists, your knuckles, back of the neck, or the shoulders, because you're like this all day. Yes. Growing pains. My kids actually asked for this. They want the blue stuff when their legs hurt. And so we apply that right on their legs, wherever they're feeling the pain. And yeah, they go right back to sleep. It's pretty awesome. That one you can only use topically only. And it has a child proof cap because there's wintergreen in there. Breathe, respiratory blend, only aromatically and topically for this one. I love this one. It really opens up the airways. You get a coughing fit, knocks that out. There was one night I could not, something was tickling my throat. I just couldn't get, I was like coughing and coughing and coughing. Finally I had enough and I did a drop and put it on my chest and I can inhale it. And, you know, within, I don't know, a couple of minutes, I was sound asleep. Maintains feelings of clear airways, easy breathing, while minimizing the effects of seasonal threats, especially environmental threats as well. And it promotes a restful night's sleep. My mom loves to use this because she has asthma and she needs respiratory support for that. So this has been her favorite oil for that. Digestion is a digestive blend. This one you can use all 3 ways: aromatic, topical, and internal. So you can make your own gel caps. I like to apply right on the abdomen and the like inside the belly button. It's the perfect, wonderful companion in the aid of digesting your food. It soothes an occasional upset stomach, reduces uncomfortable gas when used internally. I feel my anxiety in my gut, so I use Digestin a lot for my anxious feelings as well. Just to give my gut like, okay, we like to support you because you're getting upset. It gets really tight and knotty. It's perfect for those that are, you know, have to fly, travel, you're, you know, trying new foods for the first time, or eating foods that you haven't eaten in a while. Also will help with occasional upset stomach. On Guard, protective blend, we talked about that a little earlier. You know, a little tip with that, you can use a little On Guard with sliced apples, put in a little baggie with some water, and it's a perfect healthy snack for the kids, you know, when they're on the go for, you know, lunch or a snack. Who wants to feel awesome? I do. I need more focus, so I want to feel awesome. This is doTERRA's #1 product, Life on Vitality Pack. This is maximum nutrition for energy, focus. I'm going to put that next to some of this, LLV for focus, and well-being. So let's break down what these bottles do, what each of these bottles do. Microplex VMZ is multivitamin. It's your multivitamins, vitamins and minerals is what I'm trying to say. And those are the 2 things your body needs out of the 6, right? So boom, you're taken care of. You need to drink water with it. There's your 3 out of the 6. You're halfway there. Whole food, multivitamin and mineral, full servings of fruits and vegetables. So it supplements when you need to bridge those gaps. Alpha CRX Plus, antioxidant, cellular energy and longevity. And what that does is keeps inflammation down throughout the day. So it keeps free radicals from attaching to the cell. Free radicals, it could be whatever toxin is out there, whether it was absorbed through the skin or inhaled. It's going to keep those guys from attaching to the cells and duplicating into tumors or cancerous cells. That's what it does, because we know inflammation causes 36 diseases. XCO Omega is essential oils and omega fatty acids 3, 6, and 9. Our body naturally produces 9, the omega 9, but sometimes, you know, we get older and our body isn't producing enough. 3 and 6, you got to have a balance between the two. If you have too much of 6, it absorbs the 3, and then you don't have enough 3. And the 9 essential oils, because omegas are not a sustainable product, they become rancid. And doTERRA's figured out the 9 essential oils that sustain the omega. Okay, so you don't get the fishy smell or burnt fish flavor. And if that is happening and you're taking supplements now, please stop. You're wasting your money. Stop, and switch over to doTERRA. Okay, just a little ditch and switch. So antioxidant and DNA protection, eye, brain, and nervous system, LLV focus, more energy, less discomfort. I haven't felt any pain in 2 years. Immune function, stress management. I'm able to handle stressful situations a lot better, especially at work, because we're always on the fly. Cardiovascular health, especially us ladies, it's the #1 killer, not cancer. It's heart attacks, heart disease. So that helps if you've got that going on in your family. Okay, this is proactive healthcare right here. Healthy inflammatory response. We talked about that. All right. So how do we get these into your home? There's 3 ways. We talked about, you know, we are gone through the 3 cool things about essential oils, the 3 ways to safely, effectively, and affordably use them. Yeah, just 1 drop, 1 or 2 drops. That's all you need. When you diffuse, it's 3 to 4 drops, and that's it. Yeah, so these will last a long time. So you can pay full price retail, but I'm not even gonna go over it. That's not even an option. I don't even give that to my customers. Or at least I try to avoid that as much as possible. Because I want you guys to get the 25% off of all the products, the wholesale price. So you pay $35 membership fee, which covers admin fees. You don't have to buy ever again. You don't have to sell the products either. There's no monthly requirement. You can shop just to replace or not buy at all. This is just to see if you're, you know, if this is a good, the right lifestyle for you. Okay. Because there's different kinds of lifestyles you can choose from out there. You can pick a number of different diets and programs, wellness programs. There's functional medicine. There's nutrition. You know, the nutritionist. You can get a nutritionist. You can, yeah. There's lots of holistic options out there. Your doctor's just going to put you on a medication and spend 5 to 7 minutes with you, and not really get to the root cause of your ailments. They're just going to want to put a Band-Aid on. And that's not how we should be taking care of ourselves. Or if you want a free membership and deeper discounts on your oils, you want to save even more than 25% off. Let me show you how. Healthy Start Kit. It's the top oils we just went over. So if you wrote down, we got lemon and lavender, it's in that kit. And a pebble diffuser, so I can use the oils all 3 ways. It's super cute little, it's about that big. I have it going on right now in the corner of my office. So this is perfect for those that want to just dip your toe in it, see if this is the right lifestyle for you, something you can get into. And you're getting deeper discounts. You're saving $25 below wholesale cost. Okay, so you're getting more than 25% off when buying a bundle. The Home Essentials Kit is the same 10 oils we talked about, but in the 15 milliliter bottles. This is the 5 milliliter, so you're getting 85 drops. 15 milliliter, 250 drops, 3 times the oil, but not 3 times the price. Let me show you that again. 3 times the oil, but not 3 times the price. And you're saving a whopping $122, 25%. That is below the 25% wholesale. And you're getting the beautiful, quiet La Luz diffuser. It's glass. The top is glass, so you want to be careful when you're handling it. Super quiet. I have it next to my bed. All the other diffusers I've gotten from doTERRA were kind of loud. I could hear the water bubbling and everything, and it would wake me up in the middle of the night. This does not. and it pumps out that serenity. And I am like, hello, La La Land. Okay. This kit is for the person that's like, what, fragrances have toxins in them? What? That's petroleum based, coal tar based. I don't want toxins in my body. This is what they call the medicine cabinet remodel. You're going to remodel your medicine cabinet. Just you're ditching and switching. So let's go over what you get with this kit. You're getting a deep blue stick that just came out back in September. It has deep blue essential oil blend in it, plus cobaiba. I've been using the snot out of this right through here because I do a lot of lifting, heavy lifting, 50 pounds, and it wears and tears up here. By Thursday, Friday, I'm in pain. I know I said I'm pain-free, but I've been pain-free other places where I've had pain, sciatica, wrists. It's all up here now because I'm overworking those muscles, right? Okay, so yeah, every morning before I go to work, I put it on. And then if I need it after work, I'll put it on again. Game changer. You get the Life On Vitality Pack, so you're starting off on your gut foundation right out the gate. Boom. Right on. Terrazyme is enzymes to break down the nutrients in food that you're eating. So if you're eating more than than usual because you're with family, you're celebrating, or you're trying foods for the first time that you haven't tried, processed foods, definitely take that with it. PBSS Plus, because sometimes we can't avoid the processed foods. I'm a mom of 2, and we travel. When we travel, you don't have a whole lot of healthy options out there when you travel. I'm sorry, it just doesn't exist in America. You've got burger joints, chicken joints, like that's your options. PBSS Plus, but you got Terrazyme to counteract that. PBS Plus is probiotics. It's a dual capsule. The first capsule hits the stomach, releases some tummy tamers, and then the second capsule actually gets to the lower part of the gut where you want that good flora, where you're getting the serotonin, baby. You got to produce that serotonin in the gut, and then you're going to feel great the rest of the day. You're just going to that's your happy chemical, the serotonin. You need to get that produced, and not a lot of people can naturally produce it anymore. There you go. You're getting, let's see, looks like the top oils, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're getting 9 of those. You're getting Serenity, 5 milliliter bottle, perfect for nighttime. Put that in your diffuser. You're getting the Adaptive, it's a calming blend. So if your mind like chatters at you, you constantly can't turn it off. It's a lot of talk, trying to go to sleep. Try that instead of the Serenity, or apply it and diffuse the Serenity, or apply the Serenity, diffuse it. I mean, you have, just play around, figure out which one it makes you happy. You get a little bottle of fractionated coconut oil, so you can dilute these oils right away. Correctex is going to replace your Neosporin. The deep blue stick is going to replace your Bengay. Correctex is plant-based, awesome essential oils to help with cuts, bobos, those kind of things. But there's no petroleum in it. Breathe is like Vapor Rub. It's going to replace that. Again, no petroleum products in it. It's got the Breathe essential oil blend in it. You can apply it on the chest or on the back because our lungs are back there too. That's one thing I learned from coronavirus. And then the toothpaste, I mean, that was a game changer for me. After I had Amelia, I've got her on the brain. After I had Erica, before I had Erica, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia. Preeclampsia like triggers all kinds, it inflames your body and triggers all these ailments like high blood pressure, bloating, headaches, all kinds of crazy stuff. And one of them is gingivitis. And for 5 years, I could not get rid of the gingivitis. Even the toothpaste the dentist was giving me, the medical stuff, it was disgusting. I didn't want to brush my teeth with it. It tasted gross, so I couldn't use it. I couldn't be consistent with it. Got the toothpaste a month before my appointment, and they checked my gums, and I got 1 some 2s, mostly 3s, and 1 4. It was before tons of 4s and 3s, maybe a 2. They don't even measure my gums anymore. Now the new dentist, I got to kind of find another one. I'm going through my 3rd dentist now. they're always impressed how there's no inflammation after not seeing a dentist for 2 years because of the pandemic. On Guard hand sanitizing mist also comes with this. On the go, spray your hands, surfaces, whatever. It's perfect. On Guard protective blend, that's just the soft gel because you're not getting the oil blend. Oh yeah, you are. Okay, so that's right next to it. That's just for convenience. You can do the On Guard oil blend and make your own if you wanted to get the gel caps and in your LRP cart. And you also get the doTERRA box, the wooden box, to store these beautiful oils that you're going to get. So they're at your fingertips. Now, don't get wah-wah over the price because I'm sure your jaw hit the floor and said, oh, hell no. Like I said earlier, you got to shop by unit cost. Okay, so there's 26 products that you're getting in this kit that comes to under $18 per item. I don't know what supplements you're going to get for under 18 bucks, a 30-day supply. I just don't. I don't know how doTERRA makes money. So below 25% wholesale cost, you're getting these deeper discounts than you would if you were to just get these over time in your loyalty rewards card. So you're saving $235 out the gate, and you're replacing all those toxins in your home with natural products, and you're going to start feeling better more often. We just want you to get healthier quicker. Okay. So what can you expect from us? All right. Who you buy your essential oil from is just as important where. You can buy your oils at Target, Walmart, Amazon, wherever, the gas station, Dave and Buster's even. You can win that with your tickets. That's fine. Use those oils, get them, follow me, but they're not going to make sure you're using it properly. You could get burns. Maybe you're not feeling any better. Maybe you feel the same. Is your life changed at all? If you use a doTERRA essential oils and you've already gotten your kit, if you're not consistent with it, nothing's going to change. You have to be consistent with these oils. So in order to be consistent, we start you off with the wellness overview. You'll get a copy of the Live Guide. We'll go over your health goals again, just like we did in this class. We'll go over what you wrote down and what oils you put next to it. And then we're going to go over that the wellness consult and plan out 30, 60, 90 days. Totally up to you how far you want to go with this. Okay. If you just want to try 30 days, we'll try 30 days. Then you'll never hear from me again. You'll also get an advanced oil magic book. So when you get the kit, I don't want you to go, okay, I just need these 2 oils. I'm not going to do anything else with these. The book is going to help you find solutions, and those oils are going to be listed there. The top oils are always listed in that book for every protocol. So is the Lifelong Vitality Pack when you look at the protocol section. There's no excuse for oils to collect dust if you have an advanced oil magic book. Then you're going to be invited every month. We have oil camp. It's a 10-day, 15 to 20 minutes. You can do it on your phone. You watch videos, you participate, you leave comments, you ask questions. We have what I call camp counselors or coaches. They're available and they're going to answer your questions. They're going to guide you each step of the way. And each day you do it. If you miss a day, if you can't do Tuesday, just log in on Wednesday. Tuesday's going to be there for you, but you're not going to see Thursday or Friday. It's going to be as you go, so you can always catch up. Okay. The more you participate, you increase your chances of winning fabulous prizes from little old me. Continuing education is the name of the game. It's my favorite part of this business, is teaching you guys how to use these oils, when to use them, and for your everyday things, okay? Like weight management, stress management, emotional management. I'm trying to think what else. Skincare, fitness, focus. I teach all those classes, and you can check them on my YouTube channel, Simple Abundant Life with Nick. You'll be join the Facebook group, a Facebook page. I'm on Instagram, and I'm constantly sharing what I'm doing with my oils, why I'm using them, and hopefully, it'll be something you'll be open to trying yourself. Okay. So what's next? Follow-up call. If you know a collection you want, just text me, email me, call me, and say, this is the kit I want. Here's my name, my phone number, email, your home address or shipping address where you're going to get these oils, your date of birth, billing information, plus the little code on your card, and which collection you want. Then I'll create that account for you, set up your password. I will send you an email, a welcome email, and when to expect your kit. And then we're going to set that appointment for your wellness consult, that live consult, because we want you to get healthier faster. Okay. And if you're still not sure, we'll just, let's connect, and we're going to, do a one-on-one and find out what's the best next step for you. It may not be this, it may be something else. Okay. So as I said earlier, there's 3 types of people that come to my class, or maybe I haven't said that and I meant to. Yeah, there's 3 types of people that come to my class to become members of doTERRA. The first one is going to live the wellness lifestyle. They're going to use these products. They're going to see the value and shop every month. They're going to collect their points so they can get free products and get even deeper discounts on the products that they use every day. And those are my favorite people. There's also one that can't help but naturally share, because they found like how amazing it is. They can't keep it to themselves, and they naturally share with their friends and family. They can get their products paid for. And the third person wants to earn an income. Everybody, there's a lot of people are struggling out there. And I want you to let's get off that struggle bus, or I'll ride the struggle bus with you. And you can earn income and make an impact. So if you think you're any of these 3, please stick around just a little bit longer, because I want you to learn a little bit more about doTERRA. Now that you know everything you can possibly know about their oils in this short class, I want you to get to know doTERRA a little bit more. So let's talk about the joy of sharing oils, shall we? So why doTERRA? Why now? There's a great resignation going on right now. People are leaving in droves the corporate world, or what they thought they wanted to do when they were a kid, or at the time was, helping them live a lifestyle that they liked, and that's been pulled out from them, looking for a second source of income. This is my third source of income. I at first, I was working for Costco, or with Costco. I wasn't working for them. I was working for a food broker. And we were just, connecting vendors with Costco and see if they were a good fit. That was our job. And that's what I do here. I bring you in, you open to learn about doTERRA. I would bring vendors in open to learn about Costco and their policies. It's the same thing, but it's for your health. We're not talking about food, kind of. They're the largest essential oil company in the world, one of the largest. Okay. It's an $18 billion industry. I know FDA is regulating it. They're very deep pockets where big pharma, but maybe one day, if there's enough of us running away from big pharma and heading towards holistic approach, maybe, just maybe, they'll take note. They're tested, most trusted oils in the market. We talked about they're tested 54 times, and 11 of those are done by third-party labs. So if you ever want to research those, you'll see the report, and that's the third-party lab that you'll see. Used by doctors in hospitals worldwide. In Kentucky, Elizabeth Hospital has opened a whole wing, a doTERRA wing. So those patients in Kentucky at Elizabeth Hospital have the modern approach and the holistic approach. So they are benefiting both worlds. They've got proactive and reactive healthcare. I think everybody deserves that in America, on this planet. Proactive and reactive healthcare, because they're really good at the reactive, but our doctors and nurses are getting burnt out and leaving in droves. What are we going to do? You got to turn to something. Okay. Fun story about doctors in Elizabeth Hospital. Nicole was the wellness advocate that reached out to her doctor on August 20th, which happens to be my birthday. So I was already like, oh wait, her name's Nicole and that's my birthday. So I was already like leaning in to listen to the story. And she texted her doctor, someone she's been going to for years, and said, you're on my chicken shit list, which is the list that wellness advocates put people on, because we always do that. Like, these are the people we really want, to get oils incorporated into their lives, because we know it's going to make their world a whole lot better and different. and said, hey, are you open to learning more about essential oils? And of course, his initial reaction was like, well, since I know you, I'm going to give it a try. I'm like, okay, because for a while there, he was just not even open to it. And that's okay. Most people aren't. But eventually he came around and he got his kit, and it didn't come with a diffuser. So he bought a fan and thought that's how you diffuse essential oils. I thought that's a fun story. Ethically and sustainably stores. They comb the globe to find these plants that make essential oils, and support these farmers because they're looking for, additional income as well. They will plant or harvest several different types of plants for different reasons. Turmeric is, one where they can use the whole plants, not just for the herb, but for the essential oil, so nothing goes to waste. They work directly with the farmers. They pay them fair market value. We talked about a bit of it already. 120 plus markets open. It's a global company. What can I say? Compensation plan is genius and generous. And I wanted to talk about that. What did I do with my notebook? So there are 3 different types of compensation plans. And not only is it genius, it's also generous. And I kind of wanted to dive real quickly into the different types of compensation plans out there for most multi-level marketing businesses. One is binary, and what that means, there's 2 legs. You got 2 people working with you that are enrolling members into their plan. But what happens is that the most companies, the payout is on the weaker leg. So if you have one leg that's doing fantastic, raking in the dough, that's going to go to corporate. You're going to be paid out the weaker leg. Okay. So the rest goes to corp. There's a breakaway plan. So if you've got a team, each team requires a amount of volume that is required per team. And when a certain rank is hit on that team, they break away. So you brought them in and they go away because they did awesome. So that doesn't get count, that volume doesn't get count towards your team. The third is unilevel. It's slow, small business, very slow and small in the beginning, but there's limited levels of payout. This is truly residual income. That's where residual income comes from. But it's different with doTERRA because you actually put in the work. You're sampling, you're teaching, you're enrolling, you're supporting. So you're putting in the work, and then you're getting residual income after. So doTERRA, the way they're set up is binary and unilevel. But with the binary, I don't get paid I get paid on all my legs, no matter how they do. Great, bad, good, bad, and ugly. I get paid on all the legs. The only part that goes to corporate is the 80% of the sales. I get 25%. Or unilevel, that's where the unilevel, that's 2% up to 7%. Okay. So my top line is 2, and as the further I go down to the 7th level, I'm getting at least 7% on income up there. That's how it's set up. High retention rate, 65%. Customer loyalty, just for comparison, Costco, their retention is at 85% membership. Okay, so that's really high for an MLM. A privately owned company, incredible ownership team. There's 7 of them. One just retired, another one got promoted. Debt-free, no outside funding. And I'm so glad they did, because they did shake on it with an investor in New York back in 2008 when the bubble broke, the housing bubble broke. They decided, let's start a business. Right when people were like losing their homes and all that fun stuff. And another recession. Most people thought they were crazy in starting a business at that time. And we're seeing it again. We're getting another recession. People are leaving their jobs, great resignation. This is the perfect time for doTERRA to be in your life, if it isn't already. I've seen firsthand what happens when a company gets involved with an investor because the investor wants their money back quickly. You know, they don't want to wait 5-7 years for their investment to be returned. They want it way quicker than that, short turnaround. And the company I worked for, the food broker, they were bought by a bigger company using investor money. That's how they operated. And that investor wanted their money ASAP. So what started happening slowly over time after they got bought, carrots were taken away, bonuses. Then they started laying off people. So, and they never done that before, never did that before. So that's when I found that out. I was like, oh, thank God. I'm glad doTERRA didn't do that, because it really messes with morale, and nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to make other people money. They want to make their own money. And this is one way to do it. So questions you may have: how do I make money? How much time is involved? Could this work for me? And what's my next step? This is how you make money. You sample people that are open to learning more and trying these oils. That's it. That's all you're doing, is searching the right people that are open to it. Not everybody will be, and that's okay. It's not a reflection on you. Okay. Once they're like, yeah, I'm open to it, then you teach them, just like I did, the 3 cool things, the 3 ways. And then you enroll them, because they've already come with their ailments. They figured out what they wanted, what products are going to help them. And then you enroll them with the kit. Then you support them. You continue the education. If you don't like to do that part, that's where I come in as a leader. I will pick up the parts that you need to build your skill set up. You follow? Okay, that's where I come in. Potential income. If you want to supplement your income, these are the ranks you want to reach, the goals you want to reach. You can easily make $2,000 with doTERRA, and I will help you. We'll get you there. I'm currently like before elite. I'm like right, I'm just so close. Not quite there yet, but I'll keep going. Just haven't found the right people. All right, so how much time is involved? Well, I want my oils paid for 3 to 5 hours a week. That's 15 minutes a day. Seriously. That's just finding people that are open to learning more. You want to supplement your income, just bump that up 5 to 15 hours per week. That's a part-time job. I did 15 hours a week, working full-time, 40 hours a week. It's totally easy. You just have to have the mindset, your story, your why. You want to change your life. And that's going to move you forward every time. I want to replace my income, 15 to 30. Realistically, it's more 40 to 50 hours per week, but there are some that have replaced their income and just do the bare minimum. And that's okay too. It just depends on you. Could this work for me? If you're passionate about oils, absolutely. If you love people, yes. And if you can follow a system and get things done, then this is perfect. You just got to be committed and capable, really, and consistent. Consistency is key for all of it. All right, so what is the next step? If you already have a wholesale account, let's upgrade you to Wellness Advocate and set up your LRP at 100, because you have to be at 100 to earn commission. Anything below that, it's just money on the table, okay? Don't have a wholesale account? Well, let's get you in. Let's get a kit, get you set up, get you educated on the oils, fast track you, just play around. If you need 6 months, take 6 months. That's how long it took me to even get started on even teaching my first or hosting my first class. And then we set up your LRP later. Reach out for help. We'll plug you into all of our training, our resources. You want to use your strengths, there's someone that will help you do that. That's how I do the business. I lean on my strengths, my Clifton strengths. Yeah, there's just different ways, principles to do these tactics. And you just got to find the right one that, works for you, that, is making a difference. Start making your list and sample everyone. Yeah, just come up with a list of 50, 100 people, and then say, hey, are you open? Are you open? So the only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it. What is your story? Why can't you have it? What's holding you back? I don't know. You tell me. Trying to think. So yeah, the reason why I do this business is because it came back to community. That word community keeps coming back every time I do the exercise of my why and what I'm doing this for. And it's because, you know, I've got little kids and they're figuring out they've got big emotions they have to control because the world outside this home of my the home I created, you know, it's not fair. Things are not always going to go your way. People are dealing with their own shit and they're going to project that onto you, and you've got to learn it's not about you. But it's hard to do. It's hard to do because especially if you care about that person. I want my community to feel better more often, because when you feel good, you do good. You put so much positive stuff out there, and boy, do we need it more now than ever. Younger generation, their concerns are they want to travel, they want freedom, they want money, they want an awesome career, something that they love. They want to do something that they're passionate about, and this is the perfect vehicle for that. It'll get you to that point. It will. It does. I've been a witness to all of it. I've seen so many people completely change their lives financially, emotionally, with doTERRA, and I have too. And it's only been 5 years for me, and I feel like I'm just getting started. I'm not even near the level I could be with this business. I'm gonna stop my share. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, you guys, if you have any questions, if you know which kit spoke to you and you're like, that's the one I need, reach out to me and I'll get you started. We'll link arms and do it together, because I don't want these oils sitting on your shelf. I don't know what the future holds for us in the medical field. Seriously, my husband is a physical therapist assistant, and the stories he tells me would break your heart. I just can't believe we've gotten to this point. And I don't know if it's the insurance company at fault, if it's the hospitals at fault. I don't know who to point the finger to, but then at the same time, I think we need to point the finger back at us, because we are not taking responsibility for our own health anymore. We're relying on someone else to do it, when that's not how it works. We have to give our bodies the 6 things it needs. We have to give it some love. We can't love the thing we hate. It'll never happen. We can't change the things we hate. We have to love the things in order to make the change. Okay, I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. All right, you guys, just stop giving yourself excuses and get on board to a healthier, happier life. And we could do it through doTERRA. It's just another option for you guys. Okay. Peace and love. See you next time. Next week is it's going to be recorded, because I'll be on a flight to Lafayette, Louisiana, to be with family. My niece is graduating high school. It's been 30 years since I graduated high school. Talk about emotional roller coaster. I'm going to have my oils with me, no doubt. I'm excited. She's graduating high school. And so I'll be somewhere in between flights, and it's going to be recorded, but don't worry, it's going to show up at 4 o'clock on the Facebook group here. So do watch it. It's gut health, because I know a lot of people are dealing with anxious feelings, stress, not enough sleep. Let's focus on the gut. That is the number one thing we need to focus on anything going on with you. Let's focus on that gut, get that foundation, and the rest is just going to follow suit. I promise you, it does every time. Love you guys. See you next week. Take care. Be well.